everyone, you're welcome to the sixth class of this Android development session. So, what I'm going to do today, I'm going to think. No, I think I'm not going to think. It's already decided. So, today we are going to learn variables. So, you want to see the slide made by me, and then we will just go quickly to the classes. Okay, to activities, fun activities. Today we are going to explore the Play Lab and also how to make your own portfolio. That's a tip from before. Yeah, you can see. I hope the background is good. Apidom coding class 6, intro to variables and designing your portfolio. Okay. So yeah, the background is good, I think. So platforms we will explore today. You can see your code.org, which was in the first class. And along with code.org today, we are going to explore this new platform called Thunkable X. So, what are the questions after hearing variables popped up in your mind? Because we all know what are variables because we all have studied algebra from when we were small. So, what are variables? Is it the same as mathematics? Yeah, it's the same. In fact, it's just the same. The questions that popped up in my mind after hearing variables are important in coding too are: what are variables? Is it important in coding? What else are we going to learn? So some of this is from my book, Code World Book 1. You can go and buy that book because that book contains many information about these variables. Okay. Firstly, for question 1 and 2, let me read this too. What are variables and is it important in coding? Well, if you ask me these two questions, then my answer will be a variable is simply a character in which we store some value. For example, a is equal to 5. Remember, we are declaring a variable a is equal to 5 and b is equal to 10. I hope you can see my screen because I have shared my screen. Let me enable the computer sound so you can hear the sound in the Play Lab. Share sound. Okay, so now you'll be able to hear my sound. Okay. Sorry, hear my computer sound. Okay, a is equal to 5 and b is equal to 10. Console.log a plus b. So what does this console.log means? So here you can see note that console.log, this first bracket and first bracket close, means to print something. So do you know what it will print? 5 plus 10, which is a plus b, obviously 15. So the second question was, is it important in coding? Yes, it is important in coding. So what was the third question? Let's see, what else are we going to learn today? Answer for the third question is, we are also going to learn that how to make a portfolio app from Thunkable X. Let's go to Google, and these are the activities which I will share. I will not share. It's already in the description box. You can just go and see the description box. If you are seeing it from my website, apidom.site, then you can just scroll down and you will be able to see activities we did in the class. You'll also be able to download the class summary. So one more thing to introduce to you in apidom.site. So many people, means all of them, gets bored, means it gets monotonous doing coding all the time. So for you, I have created a section called quizzes for fun, where you can explore many quizzes in different topics, not only in coding, not necessarily coding, but in different topics. Okay. So now let's don't waste your time and let's start the lesson 7, Play Lab, variables. So this is code.org, a platform which we are accessing from the very first class. So let's see what it tells. Instructions for the game. This is a game. We don't need to edit anything. No coding. First, in the first one, this is just a small game. Okay, it's saying this time you don't have to write any code. Just hit run to play the game. So you can do it in your own computer. In this game, you are the dog. I'm the dog. The dog. I think I hope that I was a human. In this game, you are the dog who is trying to collect more flags than the cat. Use the down arrow to control the dog. Press finish when you are done playing. Okay. So click on run and just move like this. You can see the cat is reaching faster than me. But why is that? That we are going to learn in the next person. Okay, I think I did this. So it was like that. The race in the last puzzle wasn't very fair. You've seen that the race wasn't very fair as because the dog was reaching last and the cat was very fast. So we were very slow. The race in that last puzzle wasn't very fair. Change the dog speed variable. Can you see here variable? I told that it carries a value. A character which carries value. Now the character is dog underscore speed and cat underscore speed. So this controls the speed of the player. It's the internal coding of code.org that we don't need to know. Okay. Change the dog speed variable. This is the dog speed. This is dog speed variable. To make sure you can collect more flags than cat, the first to collect 10 flag wins. So you can see the cat speed is 3. We can make this 4. And can we cheat the game? Yeah, we can. Let's decrease the cat speed. Oh, it's not letting us do that. Okay, let's play the game. I hope we will reach first because we have already speed more than a cat. Let's see. You can see we are faster than the cat. The fast to collect 10 flag wins. So we won. Okay. Here's a new kind of game. Oh, it's too fun. Only games. We will every day explore the play tab. It's very fun. Here's a new kind of game. You don't need to change anything on this level. We are just going to play the game and we are just going to enjoy ourselves. Directions. Use the left and right arrows to move. Use the left and right arrows to move. As you can see here, it's already coded. I'm going to click on my laptop on the keys left and right to move it in the left and right direction. Directions use the left and right arrows to move. And the up arrow to jump. See if you can collect all the flags. You can see like this, it jumps. So firstly, let's go to this level and let's jump. Okay, 1 flag, second flag, third flag. I think it was a very fun game. Not too much fun as the games which are launched now. They are too fun. Now we are using a variable called height. You can see set height to 100. It's a new variable. Controls how high the dog can jump. Update the height variable so that the dog can jump high enough to reach all the flags. Let me see. Let's make it 200. Nah, let's make it 150. Okay. Let's do like that. Oh, it's not enough. Let's make it 200. Okay. You can see. Again. Now. So we got it. It was fun that changing the code and playing the game. Let's build a game. First, we will need a score. Rebuild the code that you saw in the last level and set the score to 10. Set points to 10. That is how to declare and set. Actually, the variable is already declared in the internal code of code.org. We are just going to change the value of the variable. Completed. Let's go on. In our game, how should we score points? Add 1 to your point variable each time dog hits cat. Okay. With a piece of pie. Okay. Yeah, you can see when right arrow is placed, play wood sound and actor 1 will throw pie. Who is actor 1? The actor 1 is the dog and the actor 2 is this cat. Okay. Add 1 to your points variable each time dog hits cat with a pie. Okay. When actor 2 touches anything, let's set anything to. When actor 2 touches anything, play hit sound. Like this, it hit actor 2. Okay. So add 1 to your point. Set points to points plus 1. This is a modern technique of using variable. When we are going to change the variable value by something, let's imagine that when we are pressing on this button, the value of A will change by 2. Means it will increase by 2. So what will we set? A is equal to A plus 2. That's a modern technique of variables. A is equal to A plus 2. I think all of you know that. Set points to points plus 1. That's a modern technique of using variables in computer programming, not in mathematics. When actor 2 touches anything, play hit sound, set points to points plus 1. Use the when actor 2 touches anything event to trigger and update your score. Update to your score. You can increment your variable by setting points is equal to, okay, it's already told us, but I think we already knew that we have to use this technique. Get your score up to 10 to pass the level. Okay. Let's do the 5. First 5, second 5, third 5, fourth 5, fifth 5, sixth 5. All of them will hit the cat because it's standing in its position. I think it's enough. So we won the game. It was very simple. Let's see the 7th one. Nice. Let's make sure this game isn't too to play. Okay. Anytime dog, that is actor 1, gets hit by a sandwich from cat, actor 2, you should lose a point. Start with 10 points so it's not too hard. Let your score drop down from 10 to 0 to pass the level. Okay. We'll stand in our position. Let it come down to 0. Okay. When actor 1 touches anything, play hit sound, and what will happen is that set points to points. Here we can change it to minus points minus 1. And we will pass this level. So strange that we will pass this level when our score comes down to 0. Okay. We'll touch the sandwiches so that our score comes down to 0. Because we have to pass the level. 6, 5. So we passed level. So let's see what's in that. Okay. Free play time. Here are all of your variables we have played so far, which are so far in the stage, as well as a few more in case you want them. Notice that there are now so many blocks in our toolbox that need to be organized. Here we have put each piece into an appropriate category. Take some time to explore everything that is available when you're done. Okay. So now we are not going to just make any game. So we are going to continue to x.thunkable.com because that was all because we played for many times. Now we are going to design our own portfolio. Okay. So here it will be logged out if you are not a user of x.thunkable.com. I think I have taught some part of x.thunkable.com in my previous videos, but I think I have to start with it again in this application development. Okay. Firstly, it will be signed out. It will sign out. Okay. Firstly, it will be like this window. If you haven't logged in, click on sign in with Google or sign in with email or sign in with Apple, which one is comfortable for you. But I prefer signing in okay, with Google. As because everyone have a Google account or Gmail account. No account, create one. You can do that. If you do not have an account, you can click on create one and you can click on sign up with Google because if you do not have any account. So I already have my account, so I will click on sign in. Sign in with Google. So firstly, if you are not a member, you have to register for being a member. Okay. So now we are gonna make our own portfolio app. So my name is Anubrata Sarkar. So I am going to name my app Anubrata Sarkar. Let's say. So that's why I thought, why waste time there? Let's utilize our time in making a portfolio app. Okay. Firstly, let's add one column. We can change the background color if we want. Let me change it to blue. Okay, it's fine. You can change it upon your own choice. You can click on background color. See, design does not matter so much. You can design it by your own. But here the thing that design does not matter so much, but the code matters, because if the code is wrong, then everything is wrong. We're going to set the radius to 10 so that you can see the roundness of the column. Okay. Let's set the width to 2 and the color to black. And let's set the style. This solid. You can see the solid border, dotted border, and dashed border. I think dashed is the best. I liked it. Okay. So now let's create another column inside this column, and let's create another column inside this column. Inside this column 1, we will create column 2 and column 3, it's 50% height. And here we are going to insert our image. Okay. Let's first before inserting the image, let's set the radius to 75. It will be round. Okay, picture. So we are gonna upload our own picture with upload files. Let me see if there are any picture of mine in my laptop, because it's full with other works which are not needed. Okay. So I think this one, but I'm not sure if it's going to upload WebP. Let's try once if it's going to upload WebP format. Else I will give the image with choppy. No, it's uploading WebP. So it will take some time to display the image. This one. So you can see the image is successfully displayed. Okay, so that's a profile picture. Now, in this particular column, we're going to add a name with a label. Now, we're going to learn how to space. Firstly, let's enter a name. My name is Anubrata Sarkar, so I will enter it Anubrata Sarkar. Anubrata Sarkar. I will set the font size as 20. Let's go to advanced settings and let's go to text styles. And we're going to set our own font family. So, sans serif, I think, is the best font family. Serif. You can see the font is so nice here. You can enter sans-ACRIF, all small. Okay. So let's let's increase the font size because that is a need. So I think that color is good. We don't need to make it black, but it's again your own choice if you are going to do that or not. Let's learn some spacing, because you know that it's looking bad that a name and a profile picture is sticking to each other. Let's give 10 pixels gap. You know what's pixels? I told you, I think in the code.org videos, I think either class 1 or I think class 2, class 3, class 4. You just see all the videos. I don't remember which one I told you. This thing. Well, pixels is a definite measurement which a developer needs to know in order to do something. Okay, let's give 10 pixels gap from top, which is margin. Remember, I think this question can also be in the quiz. I think I did this. So the spacing which is done, it is using margin. Go and attend the quiz, and that's a tip from before, so that you can answer all the questions. So be confident by doing the quiz. I think let's give borders around our image. Let's set the width to watercolor to black. You can see it's automatically solid borders, because we can't give any borders other than solids in our pictures, images. Okay. After a name, we are going to, what are we going to give after name? Let's say our age. Okay. Before Anubrata Sarkar, I'm going to specify name Anubrata Sarkar. Then I'm again going to set the text type as sans serif, and I'm going to, the font size is 24. Let me check. Yeah, it's 24. The labels text will be age hyphen 11. I was going to tell 24, but my age is only 11. Okay, let's space it just 5 pixels. from the top of this name. So now it's looking beautiful. So what else are we going to give? Let's remove this third column. We can provide everything here. My age is 11. Okay, 10 pixels gap. Sorry, 5 pixels gap. Okay, let's set this to hobby. You can set your own hobby. You can design, you can set this to your own choice because you can add something more which I'm not adding. It's upon your own choice. I'm going to add one label again. Okay. I'm going to see that what coding we can do here. Let's set font size to 24 main and this to serif and serif, and we're gonna set aim to okay, again margin top 5 pixels. Okay, now what more can we add? I'm going to pause the video for 2 minutes. So in the real-time video, you don't need to wait for that. I'm going to think what coding we can do here because that's just designing, and I'm going to think that what can we do more here. Okay, so we can wait for a second. So friends, I really thought and thought and thought and thought and thought and thought, and then I found one idea because that's my own portfolio, and I am going to create one thing now that here I'm going to we are going to, not I, because you are also going to do the same because today in this class I have to do this thing, and because now I have designed it. I think that I thought that let's create a screen where people can create their own portfolio. That will be fun. Okay, so let's name the screen. Here we can edit the names of the screen, same as code.org. So let's name the screen as home. So let's create one more button here. That's a new component to all of us, buttons. We have explored this in code.org, but in Thunkable, it's a new component to us. Let's set the margin top to 50 pixels, to 70 pixels, to 90 pixels. You can see here it's in a proper measurement that the portfolio is in the top and the button is at the bottom. Okay, so let's, instead of 75, let's set the buttons radius to 10. Let's set 5. Yeah, 5 is fine. Okay, so let's set the background color to red, and let's increase the width of the button. We can set it to some pixels by changing this width to absolute size. I think it's a beautiful platform. It's a very beautiful platform. Let's change the height to 17 or 15 or 30 or 40. It was fine with contents. Okay, so why can't we give borders? Let's set the border width to border color to black, and let's set the style to dotted. Solid dashed. No, dotted is fine. Here dotted is fine, and let's set on bold. No, not bold. Let's set the button to raised. You can see it's raised to some extent. It's feeling that it's popping out of the screen like 3D animation. Not so much, but if you look carefully, you'll be able to feel it change. Okay. 1 to 3 to own portfolio. 1. Okay. So here we are gonna increase the width. No, right? No, that's too much. 290. No, that's also too much. 250. Yeah. 280, I think. and want to create your own portfolio. The question mark, I think, is the matter. So let's set it to 250, and I think let's set the height to 40. I think we can increase the font size here to 16. You can set a question mark. Okay, so we can just keep the height same if it contains to create your own portfolio like that. Okay, it's fine. Okay, clicking on this button will open one screen. So firstly, let's create that screen, and then we are going to link. Okay, let's select. Let's make a new screen by clicking on this blank screen option. Okay, let's change the color of this screen from before. Firstly, make one color. Let's set the background color to light yellow. Okay. So here there will be inputs for the user. Input for okay. So input for portfolio. So here we will take the user input. Okay, firstly let's set a label. Let's make it round. 10, 2, set the color to black, and now solid is nice here. Okay. Let's set the margin top this time to minus something, so it will reach at the top. So minus 200, let's see. Minus 450, minus 480, okay, minus 490, 485, minus 484, okay, minus 484. Okay, let's set the width to fill container, and let's set the text align to center, and let's write text. Okay, next will be create your portfolio. Okay, the font size will be 25. Here it will be the font weight will be low. Okay, let's decrease the margin top here because we have written too much. We have increased the text size too. Okay, so create your own portfolio. It's looking beautiful, really beautiful. Okay, now let's create the first text input. I think let's set it to 20 or 400. Let's say, okay, and then we are going to set the margin top of this text input to. So, I think let's set this to 300. This I think should be rounded 10 or I think 5 or I think it's 2. So here the hint which the user will be able to see, so that he or she may locate this box, this text input will be name. The your name is required. No, before name we will create a button that set your image. We will input the image of the user. That's a special way which I will show you today. Name input. Okay, name input, and then one more text input, because here I will not duplicate, because here we have to learn in order to create future apps in this platform, this particular platform. Okay, so here we have to set the margin to, let's say, 10 pixels. Okay, here what we are going to demand, let's say, let's see from here, age, hobby, and aim, up to that. Age and your age. So that's age. So let's set this keyboard type to numeric. Oh, one thing it's missing in my portfolio. Let's see if I can add that. Email address. Email address is very different. Gmail.com. Let's set this context line to center, and let's decrease the margin of this to, let's say, 80. So 50. Okay, 50 is fine. Okay. Now enter your age. Here the keyboard type will be numeric. That is, they will see only numbers because age is only numbers. Because my age can't be 11B. It's only 11 or 1B. Okay, so let's set the ID of this enter your age. This will be age input. Age input. So let's set this radius to enter your age. Let's set this to enter your email address, and let's set the keyboard type to email address keyboard. So keyboard type will be email address. So the user will get all the symbols at the rate, and at the top it will already show at the rate gmail.com or at the rate yahoo.com or like that. It will show from before, so that the user can type their email address fast. So let's set the margin top to 10. Okay, enter your email address, and let's see what's next. Hobby and aid. Okay, this will be simple text, so we don't need to edit the keyboard type. So again, I think create your own portfolio. Let's set the top to minus 200. Okay. So firstly, let's do the spacing. This to top to 10 pixels, and let's set the radius to 4. And let's set the hint of this to enter your something. I think hobby, yeah. Enter your, okay, and I think the next one will be enter your aim, and then create your portfolio, which will be at the bottom, and which will be at like this area, it will be. Okay, so let's set the radius 4, and firstly let's set the hint, enter your aim. Okay, so let's set the margin up to 10, and now let's set the button. So for that we need to decrease it, I think, even more to 100 minus 100. Okay, and now let's set one button after text input 4, and let's set the buttons radius to 5. 6, 5 is 5. Let's set the button to raised, and let's text to create. Okay, and let's set the background color to red. Okay, so let's set the margin top to say red. Again, I think 20. I think let's set it to 20. I think to 50. I think again to 70 or 80, 90 or 95. Okay, 95 is fine. So now we will create another screen. Firstly, let's link this button. That will be the code. Let's go to blocks. This button, let's set the button ID to create portfolio. Portfolio button. Let's go to blocks, create portfolio button. When this is written in simple English, that's because you can see the much more advanced blocks here. When create portfolio button will be clicked, so that even if it will be triggered, do what will it do? So first it will navigate to input for portfolio screen. For that we need to go to control. Under control we can see navigate to home. Let's set the home to input for portfolio. It will navigate to this screen. Okay. So before all this, we will just demand the profile picture of the user. For that, I think okay, let's set it to 0. Okay. So between this two, between this label and this text input, let's set an image. Okay. Okay. For that, we have to decrease this 100 to 60 for the button, 20. Okay. Let's set the radius of this button to 75, and we have to create one more button to choose. Okay. So button here. I think we have to set it in the component tree. You can see the image. After the image, we have to create one more button. This button, let's set the height and width to say 50 pixels, 50 pixels. And let's some image. Let's give some image. Camera. Camera icon. Let's go to images. The image section. We can find. Let's say this one. No, this is not PNG. This is PNG. The background is transparent. Let's say the background picture to this one, and let's set its background radius to border radius. I say border radius to 10, and let's set the height to 48. 48. Still it's seen, so we can find this to transparent. So you can see it's transparent, and now we can just flip and select the image. Okay. Let's decrease the margin. Let's change the 30 to 10. And let's change this to 5. So now we have to add one photo library from this photo library. Let's add this here. It will be under the transparent components. No one will be able to see that. Okay. When this button will be clicked. So firstly, when this button, the name of this button will be this will be profile photo. This will be create final portfolio. Okay. So firstly, we will declare some variables: name, age, email address, hobby, and aim. Okay. So let's declare the variables. That is the work of variables. We have to store the data and transfer the data to another string. So firstly, the name of this variable will be name. Oh, it was already name. So let's set the value of this to this empty text. Then again variable. Let's set this to age. Let's set the text to this empty. Okay, this is null. We can also set this null, but it is more safer to set it to empty text. Okay, let's set this to email address. So let's set it to email. Then again this one, hobby and aim are left. Hobby and aim are left. Okay. So these all are arranged. So when this profile photo, select photo button will be clicked, when select photo will be clicked, then we'll set the firstly we will trigger this event, go to photo library and bring this event, call photo library, select photo. This will select photo from user's mobile and go to if user didn't cancel that photo, let's go to and let's set this is not, means the logic is not true. If this is not true, if not did user cancel this, means if user didn't cancel it, or and if user So if there is no error, then only we can continue to the next one. So what is the next one? Set this profile photo picture to this. Okay, done. So now we are going to set the program for the create finding portfolio button. So let's go. So friends, I have removed this if block because in many mobile phones that if did user not select is not available. So what I did is set profile photos picture to photo. Okay. So now what I will do is I will do one thing that let's see, name input, age input. Let's set the IDs of the others. Address. Let's set this ID to email. Let's set the hobbies ID to hobby. And let's set this into. So now let's go. So now we will take the input of the user. So we'll set the variable name to name input. Sorry, not here. The submit button will be clicked. When this create final portfolio will be clicked, set tab variable name to the name input get text. Okay, name inputs text. We'll set the age, then email, then hobby, then age. And let's see, age input, text, and then email, then hobby text, hobbies get text, and then age text. Okay, so we have successfully set the values of the variables. So now what we are going to do is we are going to redirect them to a final screen where this all will be set. Okay, so let's go for that. So friends, now what are we going to do? So now I think we are going to make something which can store the image. So what is it? Now I'm going to introduce you to a new type of variables, which is the cloud variables. Let's we can't firstly set the initial value of cloud variables, as we can't set the initial value of an image. So we have set initialize the cloud variable image. Okay, so let's go here. Okay, so set this cloud variable image to set cloud variable image to which one? So then we will go to profile photo. This profile photo's picture. So this will be the image for the cloud variable. So then I'm going to teach you a new thing, that how to duplicate a screen. Click on this option, save screens to my screen. This is a new feature of Countable. Let me set it to portfolio. Fine. See. Okay. So let's click on plus and copy from my screens. Let's go here. Okay, it will take some time to come here. Let's wait for some time. Okay. So now let's see if it's there. Yeah, it's there. Let's select it and let's scroll down and let's click on copy. So you can see again the screen is created. And now this screen, this image will be nothing because we will set the image, and this will be nothing. No, this will be something. We will change the text afterwards. Let's set the label name. This label to age. This label to email address. Address. This to intro, hobby, and this to again, and let's remove this. Let's set this to back. And let's go to home. Let's set this to home, because after clicking on this back button, we will redirect the user to the home page. Okay. So here what we did is we set the cloud variable image to portfolio picture. Okay. So now everything is fine. We are going to navigate to portfolio. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. So now here in this portfolio final, when the screen will open, firstly we will change the image. Set image picture to, we will go to variables, we can see cloud variable image. So it will already store that picture in the cloud, Firebase cloud, and then it will retrieve the picture from there. Okay. So after that, let's again go to, let's go to name. We'll set the name to, let's go to variables. We'll set the age to age text, and we will set email address to the email address text. Email address text, then left is hobby and aim. We'll set the hobby and aim to hobby variable and aim variable. So that's all. Check it once. So now it's ready for checking. So let's click on download and click on download Android. And now let's enter our email here. It's already entered, and it's gmail.com. So what will happen is that when you click on want to create portfolio, it will open this screen. When you click on this button, it will change this image to your image, which you will select from there. And when you fill this form and when you create, it will direct you to the screen. But the image will be that, the name will be that, the age will be that, email address, and then hobby. And one more thing we can do is that, so that's a reference. So we don't need to do that here. It will not show name Anubrata Sarkar. If the name entered is Anubrata Sarkar, it will show Anubrata Sarkar 11, Anubrata Sarkar at gmail.com, coding, professional coder. Okay. So when you click on back, it will redirect us to the home screen. So friends, that was all for today. But before going, I want to tell you something very small. So always happy coding, and that's the end. And also don't forget to check quizzes in the quizzes for fun section. So that was all for today. Let's go to the website and let's do a comment. Okay, bye bye.